Today, I will be joining Greg Luther. Learn how to invest without adding another job to your plate. You don't want to miss this valuable information on how to maximize your return on investment. Please join us.
Hey, it's Greg with Residential Investor Network, and I'm so excited to be with you today. If you are an investor and you've considered real estate, you're going to love this opportunity. I wanted to talk to you today because we have a special guest on, Claudia Toro from the South Florida market. Now, no matter where you're at in the country or even abroad, you're going to love what's going on in the South Florida market. How you doing today, Claudia?
Hi, Greg. Thanks for having me. I'm doing fantastic, and I'm really excited to be here discussing investment properties with you.
Good, good. I'm glad to catch you here. I know the real estate market's been crazy busy, and so many investors are getting out of those riskier investments, stock market and that type of thing, and they're really pouring into real estate because it's so much lower risk and high ROI. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because you've got quite the team in place here. Tell us a little bit about your areas. We're getting started. I know you're South Florida. Where specifically do you like to work?
Thank you. I am your dedicated real estate agent in the sunny, sunshiny state of Florida. I proudly serve the dynamic counties of Miami, Broward, and West Palm Beach, helping you find your dream home in these vibrant areas. Let's embark on this exciting journey together.
Absolutely. And I know those are hot markets right now. The rental prices compared to the purchase prices make sense. And that's why so many investors from all over the country are really starting to invest there right now. I wanted to talk about that because getting that dream team in place where they handle everything for the investor, it really allows the investor to get what I call mailbox money. It's the residual income that happens, the passive money on a monthly basis here. What I've done is I actually put together some slides I think everyone will find incredibly helpful on exactly how that works. Claudia, with your permission, I'd like to show them a little bit of the secret sauce here.
Absolutely, Greg. I'm ready to dive in. Let's get this conversation started.
All right. So if you've considered investing in real estate, you're going to love this opportunity here. You know, getting into that South Florida market, having an entire team handle it for you. So you simply collect the check every month. It's absolutely the best way to go.
Let's talk about why so many wealthy people put money into real estate.
Now, best of all, we're going to talk specifically about how they're doing this in a completely passive way, which means you can own homes outright in this area without any worries of management or taking up any of your time or creating another job for yourself. You already know that wealthy individuals always weigh their decisions against risk, right? So when you can get a great annual return and there's little to no risk, it's such a great opportunity to investigate and consider that opportunity. That's certainly the case with owning rental real estate. And we've never really found anything better than owning residential rental properties, particularly when you can do it without creating any work for yourself at all. I mean, virtually no work on your part. So let's talk a little bit about that. So, frankly speaking, when you think about the fact that half the people in America own a home, and the other half rents. Of course, you know those rentals are owned by someone.
These are the sources of passive income.
There's someone earning a passive income from owning those properties and renting them out to the tenants who have to pay rent every single month, year after year, in order to have a place to live. Now, you know how volatile other investments can be as well. And frankly, they could even go to zero. If you look at the stock market or anything like that, if you own stock in a business or you're subjected to economic changes and that sort of thing, of course, that increases your risk. But people will always need a place to live.
The rental prices do not go down.
Of course not. There's pretty much standard rent increases year after year. Heck, since the pandemic, rent prices have went up over 30%. Now, great properties in great areas attract great tenants and they provide great cash flow on a consistent basis. That's why we don't do the cheap stuff or the less desirable properties. So, let me tell you a little bit about what we've been doing here for our wealthy clientele. I think you're going to find this very interesting.
Let's specify where the investors are coming from.
There are investors from all over the US that are acquiring a small portfolio of homes right here in this area. Some may want to get just one property or possibly two, while others are more interested in acquiring a dozen homes or more to get outstanding cash flow numbers. But the key here is that it's 100% passive investments because we handle
I cover all aspects in real estate. Let's explain.
absolutely everything. As a licensed real estate agent, we find the absolute best properties and ensure the terms make sense. And it's a great rental area and it's one of the best opportunities out there. After we've done all of the due diligence, we create a full profit package, which we share with all of our members. And whichever investor is fast enough to be the first one to get the info back can secure that property for themselves. Now, I'm sure you know that many of the best properties are sold long before they ever hit the open market. You're not going to find them online. And we get exclusive access to the largest number of those homes right here in this area. Of course, the home would be 100% in their own name or their LLC. So this isn't any type of partnership or anything like that. You own it, it's 100% yours. It's just a home that you own, whether it be in your personal name or in your LLC, and we get it to the closing table, then we hand it off to a one of our preferred property managers here, and that team handles everything for you. They screen for the best tenants, they collect the rents, they handle any repairs as they come up. They essentially do everything, and the money simply shows up for you. That's a passive real estate approach, and that's why so many wealthy individuals take this route.
How about the areas to invest in real estate?
Regardless of where you live. We work with people right here in this area that might live anywhere in the US or even internationally. As we've told everyone, the last thing you'd ever want to do is try to invest in homes in your own area because then you're creating a job for yourself. You're driving by the property, you're worrying about things. Just let a manager handle it for you and invest in areas that are best throughout the country. Now, I'll tell you, we do have a very specific approach that we utilize with the type of properties we'll advise our members to buy. And we can talk a little bit more about that on the phone, but this adds to the assurance that you're going to get a great annual return on the property year after year. And frankly speaking, that's why investors don't really worry too much about the sales market going up or going down or economic changes and that sort of thing, because this is a rent collecting asset that goes on regardless of those situations. And it's unlikely over the next decade that you'd want to sell that property or get rid of something that's making you a profit every single year. So the real estate current value or the market itself doesn't really matter so much because what we're doing is we're acquiring a rent gathering asset. Every single month, you're going to get rents, regardless if home values go up, go down, stay the same, we get into a recession, anything that happens, it's going to produce profit for us here. So, as we always say, the rents just keep going up. And the great news is that we have a dream team of affiliated businesses in place here to handle virtually everything for our investor members. I mean, this is what we do. So, everything from a new investor that wants an attorney or an accountant to the folks that have invested in homes that need a property manager or a rental property insurance agent, and even lenders that can show you how to leverage your portfolio for maximum profit. We have absolutely everything already set up for you. You don't have to worry about trying to find a good team. We handle everything. And let's talk about that for a moment. We only work with investors that are members with us. Now, don't worry, it's totally free. There's no catch or anything, but we want to ensure that all of our members are well vetted and understand exactly how we work, what type of properties we recommend, and how you're going to make your money. Those that have their own ideas aren't going to get access to these properties because we want to do everything we can to ensure every single investor does very well following our approach. So we ask that you do follow that, not that you have your own ideas on how you want to do things. We get some very exclusive properties and we get opportunities at those, and they're only shown to our investor members. Nobody else will ever even know that they're available. They never get listed publicly. We go out and specifically market to motivated property owners that may need to sell immediately, so that speed of sale is more important to them than the price of sale, right? So it might be a divorce or a probate situation or a pre foreclosure home. But most importantly, we want to make sure it's the right type of home in the right area with the right numbers. And this is what we do all day. This is our business. Those properties that are vetted out will then have a complete analysis put together, and then that is sent to our members for consideration if they happen to be interested in acquiring another home at that point. That's what we call the profit package. Well, once we've done all of that, we've put everything together, we essentially send it out to all of our members at exactly the same time. How do we get membership access? I know that's the big question. It's a pretty simple process here. We just start with a phone call together. I'm sure you'd like to at least investigate the opportunity here. So we'd simply set up a phone call or even a Zoom meeting so you can learn a little bit about how this works and how we can, talk about getting access to the best properties and maybe even creating a small portfolio for yourself. Getting one, two, three properties, maybe even more, but bringing in that cash flow on a consistent basis. We'll talk about how these properties work within our system, and you can get your own questions answered as well. So we can show you how investors can earn some great passive income on an annual basis here. Now, if that does feel like a good fit, we'll simply add you to the list to receive the profit packages with all the details on properties as they become available.
There is not any cost for you to get the list of homes for sale.
There's no cost, there's no obligation or anything like that. So essentially, you get totally free access to at least consider some properties with all the facts in front of you. And best of all, you'll never need to do any work on your own. It's all done remotely by our professional team here. So you get your monthly statement, you get your monthly check. That's how it works. We generally find that the initial phone consultation takes, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes, just to tell you a little bit about how we operate here, ensure you get all of your questions answered before we add you to the membership for access to the team, as well as all of the investment properties. And I think when you start to see a few of these, you're really going to be excited about this. So I would encourage you to have a quick phone call with us here, maybe even get a sample profit package. And it's really going to make a difference on how you look at investing in real estate and building wealth in a totally passive manner. So with that, let me turn our cameras back on here. All right. So as you can see, that's a very targeted approach to getting you a much higher ROI, because if we can get those properties going for you, get you some monthly cash flow, you're going to love what's happening with your real estate portfolio. Now, the first step is to get you qualified as a member with us. The properties that we offer are only available to our members. Now, don't worry, there's no membership fee or anything like that. It's totally free, but we want to get you qualified as an investor so you can start receiving some of these profit packages. The profit package is a complete breakdown to show you what kind of revenue can be earned from owning those properties there. It all starts with a simple phone call. You'll see the phone numbers listed below right here. When you reach out to us, you'll actually speak with Claudia personally, and we can talk about your investment goals, get your questions answered. She'll have some questions for you. We'll get you to investor status with us as a member so we can get some of those properties coming your way. Now, Claudia, tell us about this initial call here. How does the call go? What should they expect here?
Thank you, Greg. When I receive a call from an investor, I will ensure that I answer all their questions thoroughly. I will ask if they are willing, ready, and able to buy. Following this, I will provide a list of available homes in the specific areas they are interested in.
Yeah, and that's really the best way to go. Of course, any new investor that's, getting into a new market or getting into a new industry altogether, they're going to have a lot of questions. So I want you to reach out. Claudia is going to be able to answer those for you. She knows this program inside and out, and she can get all those questions answered. She'll have a few questions to get you qualified as an investor as well. Make sure you've got the cash you need, that type of thing. But then you can look at investing in some homes here. We'll get some sample profit packages to you. I think a lot of investors are very inquisitive. They like to see how the money is made. So when you look at those profit packages, you'll see our team has done a lot of research to vet these properties out and make sure they're the right type of homes to add to your portfolio. Now, some investors just want to get one or two houses, others want to get dozens so they can get a maximum cash flow happening. Either way, it all starts with this free phone call. So grab your phone right now, call the number you see below, and let's spend 5 to 10 minutes to get all your questions answered here. Claudia, I know you are crazy busy in today's market. I appreciate you taking some time with us here today.
Thank you for having me as a guest today. I really enjoyed. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can find all my contact information in the video description below. Bye now.
Absolutely. We've helped countless investors from all over the US and abroad. We'd love to help you as well. The South Florida market is the place to go. Obviously, having a dream team in place makes it a lot easier for you for completely passive income. Make the call now. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye for now.